Hi everyone, this is Wayan. Today I would like to showcase my brother's unit. So my brother's unit is also a DIY unit. Most of the renovation is actually done by my brother. Let's go for a tour in my brother's unit. Let's go. My brother's unit is actually facing the KL City View. So those facing KL City View, the studio are actually shorter in the length but wider in the width. But same size, the size is almost similar. Size is 451 square feet, so there's a 1 square feet difference with my unit. The benefit of this studio, because the width is wider, so you can actually have a bigger entrance. Some of the installation on the wall, like the projector screen, the curtains are actually done by my brother. This is the special effect paint. Here comes the balcony. Only studio and 3-bedroom has a 1 meter length balcony, which makes it easier to dry clothes outside. The rest of the unit in Southlink only has a 2-feet balcony. With a wider balcony, you get to install a wall mount retractable clothes rack. Okay, so my brother's unit, actually, I would say, like my unit, 80% of it is actually done by him himself. I help him a little bit lah. Okay. The thing that he did not install himself is actually the lighting and the fan. Okay, because the lighting, his unit, even though he uses track light, right, but it's actually it requires a lot of hacking. So the hacking is actually more than mine, because I'm not sure whether you understand, the lighting points, right, is actually most of it in the middle, but he preferred to have his lighting like about 50 to 60 cm from the wall, which is why the contractor need to do a lot of hacking. Why? Because my brother said if it's within 60 cm, like 2 feet from the wall, the reflection will actually looks nicer compared to if you locate the light in the middle of the unit. That's what he says, okay. So that is why his unit requires a lot of hacking. And if you see, there are things, right, that he actually installed himself, like those rack, the projector screen, the kitchen rack, all he installed himself lah. Okay, those furnitures is actually purchased from Taobao. Sorry, not Taobao. The furniture is actually purchased from Pinduoduo, PDD. I'm not sure whether you heard of that, but most of his furniture is actually from PDD. Okay, except for those bulky items like the bed and the mattress and the fridge and the washer, those are not imported from PDD. Okay, so how much does his unit cost? Actually, well, the furnishing cost, right, I mean the whole thing to furnish up, to renovate, everything included, my brother told me he spent about 13,000. So 13,000, I think for the unit like this, I think is quite okay lah. Okay, and then, oh, by the way, his unit is actually same size like mine. It's a studio unit, 452 square feet. Okay, actually the thing that requires most of his time, okay, is actually the wall. Okay, if you notice the wall itself, right, it actually comes with 3 colors. Comes with a blue color, a dark gray, and a light gray. Okay, plus he go and separate out all the different sections. So that's why it requires most of his attention. Okay, I think he spent about more than, I think, easily 20 to 30 hours to do up his wall. Okay, why? Because each color, right, it will require 3 layers. One is the primer, the second one is the texture, then the third one is the waxing. Okay, that's why it requires so much of his time to do. Imagine there's so many sections here, and each section is 3 layers. Then you know why you need to spend so much of his time on this wall. And this wall is not cheap, even though you do it by yourself. For the paint itself, it's actually cost him about, I think, 450 to 460. He bought, each liter is about 160 to 170, so he bought 3 liters. So it's, yeah, about 480, yeah, about there. Okay, I heard this paint, right, actually the price increased now. They increased the price to about 180 lah. If you like this kind of texture paint, okay, I think you can do it yourself. Okay, but you don't do it like my brother, because if you use different of colors, then yes, it will actually takes a lot of time. So what is this paint called? Okay, it's actually called Suzuka. Okay, I'm not sure whether you heard about this. It's called Suzuka. In Chinese, it's called Linglu. I heard it's a brand from Taiwan. Okay, I'm not very sure about that, but I heard it's from Taiwan. If you like this kind of paint, you can actually use it for your unit. It will actually looks very nice. okay, especially with the track light shine on it. Of course, if you want to do this kind of wall, feature wall, texture wall, right, it's best you can install something like a focus light, like track light, okay, because I don't think so it will look that nice if you only have that kind of surface downlight. So I think if you want to have feature wall in your unit, you should have a focus light. So this is all about my brother's unit. Okay, I'm going to show you a process how he did this Suzuka wall. So let's have a look at the process. First, we start off with the primer, and each color actually has a different primer. After finish the primer, then we start sanding. Because before the texture, they requires the surface to be smoother. Here comes the texture part, and each color they have their own texture to be applied. So make sure you apply the correct one if you are doing different section like my brother wall. Okay, so you can see after the first layer, the texture is not so obvious, but you started to see a little bit of texture. So for this texture part, actually it requires you to apply a 2 layer.